Hey folks, welcome to another DevStream VOD archive. Before getting into it, I wanted to call out that the game is now playable. There's a link in the description, so please check it out and let me know what you think. And please consider liking this video and leaving a comment, because it really helps with the algorithm. Thanks.
All right. So yeah, good to go. All right. So last time on the stream, I dusted the controller based on feedback, trying to make it like less floaty, less slippery, just tighter in general. Also fixed the persistent bug, or I guess not persistent, but long-standing bug with dash, where there was like an inconsistency between dashing with a trigger versus dashing with a collision, which generated sort of like inconsistent feedback behavior. Um, Also, it led to you sometimes not dealing damage, which like if you ran into a boss and like didn't damage it like you expected to, you could just get hit for what should have been you hitting the boss, which feels really bad. So that was fixed last week. Also, reworked the parry, where before it was like a timing thing around your body. If you would hit an enemy, it attacked them. Now, we got rid of that, and we replaced it with there's just like on your second jump, there's an attack at your feet. Because I also got feedback that it was kind of annoying. You had to, like, you kind of lose control with dash, and you have to like give up your horizontal position, right? So it's like it feels like more of a commitment. So I thought it would be nice to have like another way to attack. Um, and in the week offline, gameplay changes to the meadow stuff, where I added telegraphing, like more things warning you about stuff, and also reworked the bosses with the same philosophy as before, where okay, fewer things, but make the things slightly bigger. And in general, chill out with the difficulty. And that's good because not only does it address feedback about like too much going on and not knowing what to focus on, but it also, in just having fewer entities around, will have a performance benefit where that was the other like really common piece of feedback that some people just couldn't play it. And that's why we did the optimizations 2 weeks ago, and it should be running a lot better now. Yeah, I think I was originally planning on trying to get out a version this weekend, but I also just felt hesitant in that like I felt like it wasn't tested enough. Where I didn't want to like do a okay, here's the update and point everybody to like, hey, by the way, I updated it. Thanks for your feedback. I implemented your changes, and then like have some thing be broken because I didn't have enough time to test it. Longer term, like maybe this is what I'll look at next week on stream. I need an automated testing solution, I think, where I can just have it go on its own. Like where putting out a new version doesn't mean like me sitting down and play testing stuff for like at least an hour or two, to make sure nothing is broken. Because like even that longer term is probably going to be insufficient to catch everything. And as the content fleshes out, it's going to be more and more of a time cost to do that manual playtesting. I mean, like manual playtesting will like definitely has a place and will have a place all the way to the end. But I think I could have a lot more confidence in these kind of incremental updates uh, if I could send them through an automated testing suite. And I know tools for that do exist for Unity, and I have like a secondary computer I could send continuous integration builds that run the tests. So we have the stuff in place for this. Um, just need to do it. So I think that's probably the first thing we're going to look at after we put out the next version, which hopefully I'm shooting for this Friday because I will have the 4th of July off and I'm not doing anything, so I can just do any testing I want there, get all the changes I want in, and then maybe a bunch of people have off that Friday and we'll have a chance to see it. So yeah, that and to that end, what we're looking at today is more playtesting. Want to make some of the adjustments to the woods that we made to the meadow. I don't think the bosses need the same adjustments necessarily, but just some tweaks on the enemies. So yeah, we'll do an initial round of playtesting more focused towards the meadow. collect any bugs we find. Then we'll make some woods changes, then do a second round of playtesting. And then with whatever time left, we'll start checking off bugs off this list. And we already got one to start with, that background height does not scale with size, which the background is too short on woods too. Anyway, let's get into a round of playtesting. Oh, also another random offline thing. I fixed the bug where quality settings don't persist between levels. Ah, dang it. My controller's out of batteries. Hold on, let me get batteries out of the thing. I just much prefer playtesting with the controller. Alright, old battery's out. New batteries in. Alright, is that connecting now? Yep. Alright, cool. So yeah, we can just, as a double check, if I go to like very high, because this computer's probably fine running very high, and let's say I also turn up the volume. We should see that reflected in the game, because there's now like a system for that kind of config data that spans. Oh my god, what? Hit a crash already? Oh, you know, this is just, alright. Rough start, but I think we just need to really quick rebuild the sound. Chains, yeah, I don't think that would have worked. We need to open wise. Oh, move this over to another virtual desktop there, because we don't actually want to do anything in wise. We just want to have a good connection so we can regenerate the sound banks, and then we can rebuild the addressables that hold the sound banks. All right, hopefully now we're good to go, but I guess we'll see. No? What has happened to my sound? Where does the level sound bank come from? I thought it was supposed to be a part of that persistent object. Wait a second. I know what it is, I think, yeah. It looks like it doesn't like if you go to, I should make a note about that. It's not really a bug because it's using like debug controls, I suspect. We'll see in a second, but the level index override, basically the setting on the game state manager that let me say like just start at the woods or whatever for testing, being set messes with music if you enter the level from start screen. So I think if we put this override back down to -1, It was on 4 because that's when I mentioned the background. Oops, that's my Steam. Because I mentioned the background issue. That's where Woods 2 is where the background is too short. Okay, and let's see if that fixed our issue. No. Just a compiler error somehow. Oh, that's because of me recovering the work in progress changes to background manager talking about that bug. Serialized object target has been destroyed. I don't know if that's real. That might be something to do with the editor. I'm gonna choose to ignore it for now. We'll see if it hits every time. That's a little too loud. But now we can check that we are still on very high. Well, let's go back to like 80. It's interesting that they start at 75 because I guess that's not really accurate, is it? It's accurate for the master toggle, but the other toggles are actually 75 of 75. I guess is 9/16, something like 56%. Dash method. Oh, again. I think you wouldn't think a frame should matter, but I am seeing instances where it feels like my dash went the opposite direction that I wanted. I'm gonna make a investigate dash sometimes going opposite direction. Maybe due to using previous X. Because there's a deceleration factor, it could be that it's not even like, oh, you were facing left last frame. It could be like 10 or 15 frames ago, but maybe the deceleration just hasn't kicked in enough yet to... Oh, we just get the healing, I think, right? And have the easiest, make it all the way to the end. But I can, but you can see that that's flashing white now before, like briefly before a new rat comes out. Feels a lot fairer now. Also, the burrower's eyes, their cycles are slower in general, and their eyes are flashing before they shoot. So that should be fairer as well. They also shoot less bullets. I could farm rats all day, but doing so just got me hit, so let's move on. But yeah, I think burrowers used to shoot 3 small or like medium bullets every time. Now it's, I think, 1 to 2, or it's 1 to 3 in a range. Oh, interesting. It looks like they're flashing, they're still flashing, even if you're out of range, and therefore they wouldn't be allowed to spawn. That should be fixed. It's very misleading. Is it? I guess it's a minor thing. It'll go at the bottom of the bug list. Rat burrows continue to flash, even if out of range, and they aren't really active. But I guess, thinking on that, like, some of the lines of feedback I got that, like, it's hard to know what to focus on, and there's too much going on. I think these things flashing out of range and nothing will happen as a result of their flashing is a good example of that. That time he didn't shoot. I think that maybe is the same bug. Where he like couldn't reach me or something. Let's see. Burrow warning also might be flashing when shot will not go off. Alright. Let's get the interest one. And then get the heck out of here. We're gonna die to the... Die to the thorn wall. Try and get this really fast. I forget about the jump attack. Oh, the other tutorial. That's the other thing I have to do before I put on a new version. I think that tutorial will actually... Oh no! I almost died. I think that tutorial will actually be simpler than the current one. I just keep the... Oh, I made the burrower bigger as well. That was part of those changes. Oh, also I gave you more space here, in these in-between areas. I just felt like it was too... I'm gonna make a note of that, I don't like that. High jump, or like high Y dash against burrow, hit back spew, needs... It's not that we didn't get bonk, or did we get bonk? I don't know. Needs either more bonk area or more space from back spew. Oh, that was my own fault. But this guy is probably easier to jump attack than dash attack. Feels a lot safer. Alright, so far so good. I haven't even been spamming healing. Still 7 out of 10. So I think probably did a good job of... Okay. I don't know what to do. Something wrong with the woods music? Oh no! I almost died. Oh, but then it loads anyway. That might be a timing issue. Okay, so woods, I think, still a lot better than the meadow. At the same time, could benefit from the changes that we brought to the meadow. But like, those bullets should be bigger. Should probably be a bit slower. These mushroom guys should be bigger. Mosquitoes bigger and fewer of them. These have this bug where like don't return to their area properly. That time we did. Sometimes they get stuck. I got the thorn wall out of my tail, so keep moving here. Oh, I hit the side of that thing as it was spawning. That was annoying. This instantly spawning 2 bees definitely doesn't seem right. Spawning properties instantly spawned both on bee death. Doesn't seem right. Okay. Got me right in the face. That could have used more of a warning. He has spots. Those spots should glow. Alright. We have plenty of money. None of this is that good. Magnet, pretty good. We can still afford this candy. Oh my god, these freaking mushrooms. Fine, do that way. And I want your bits. Let's see here, the stopping speed is a lot better now. It was always better on controller though. Oh, see, that was one of those times where I felt like it dashed the wrong way. I think I'm just being lazy trying to use the movement interface there as like a shortcut. Like, I should have the ability to keep track of the actual real state of the input. I'd rather just heal. Oh, you bastards. Again, that guy should be warning me that he's gonna do that. And those bees should not be popping out instantly like that. I think maybe I figured like, oh, since they can only ever have two, if you like get more than your two, like that's fine, just spawn away, because you're more limited by the cap. See, I couldn't even see that mosquito. That's one of the things where them being bigger would help. Also, you don't really notice on very high, like I'm playing. But on lower difficulties, like those glow areas that have not too many pixels, like the mosquito's eyes are only two things. Why is my... Oh, it is reset. It felt like I wasn't getting my healing back. Oh god, that was almost bad. This has a lot of health. I should be going for dashes, I think. Dashes are easier to multi-hit. The jump attacks are safer. I don't know what to do about that super jump. I thought I fixed it, but I guess I did. Oh, I remember. I only fixed it in certain levels. There's like some property on that that needs to be set. I should make a note of that. Oh, because it's like wrecking me. Now I'm hitting it every freaking time. But basically, those thorns on the floor. That should just be a prefab, now that I think about it. But those those thorn super jumps got me. Let's add. Put it at the end of woods adjustments. Make thorn floor a prefab. Fix spider. And maybe V. Needs tag requirement. Basically, right now it's hitting anything. But it needs to only hit player health. Because if it can hit anything, it's hitting this little attack bubble. But see, that's the kind of thing that if I'd put out a version like yesterday, it'd like feel so bad. And you know, there's not that much content, so ideally I wanna give people a good version of that content. that guy before he shoots. As OP as healing is, I do miss time stop when I don't have it. Let's get this instead. Oh, crash. Well, that's a bug. Volatile shield prefab doesn't exist or was renamed. Buying it crashes the game. I don't think I can pause. Oh, I guess I can pause by that. But you know what? I think every time I get hit now. Okay, good. No, it doesn't. I was worried it was going to crash every time I got hit, and it tries to make the shield it doesn't have. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It just like looks like it doesn't work. But still, in a built version, that would crash the game. What now? Hit another instance of that music crashing bug. You know, I'll have to later when I'm playtesting, I'll maybe playtest in full builds to see if this stuff is hitting as regularly. More bits. Oh, I should have bought the discount first. I'm dumb. I should pretty much always buy the discount first. It's priced so cheaply. Oh, he got away before I can get him. But I can get him before he shoots again. Yeah. Ah. He was giving me the warning eyes. That is my own fault, kind of. Maybe even that's still not noticeable enough. But I don't know. I don't think. I think that would. That's the type of thing where it's safe to address in a future update. We're gonna go to the rat because I want to test both. Again, asserting failing on music. But then the music eventually loads anyway. So yeah, same deal in here. We reduced the counts, but increased the size of these rats. Also, I think the floor used to be more complicated. I made it easier. Where it used to be like 3 platforms disconnected with vines in the middle. Not only was that leading to like sometimes inconsistent behavior for those jumping rats, kind of looked bad, but it was also, this is maybe too hard. Holy crap! I don't know if I've turned this down enough. Put under bugs because it's so out of whack. Seems way too hard. Alright, because I died so quick, I'll give it one more run before we go to fix some stuff. Or do the wood changes, I guess. Mouse. I wonder if it's possible if this music crash I'm seeing is a result of those persistent quality changes I made. Which reminds me, since I started up the game, oh no, it is on very high still. I'm still in the same game session, I guess. That's cool. But we haven't seen any between level or between game problems. Also, things need death animations, I think. I want it to feel more satisfying to kill things. I'm pretty sure this item is like blind useless. Items still need to have a lot of work. That'll probably be the 0.3, I think. Item fixes, item tuning, maybe a few more items. But the volatile shield thing we ran into earlier, that can't wait. That crashed the game. And the reason we can continue is because it's an editor. Pretty good money. Oh, that was so greedy. I saw that happening. I chose to do nothing. Should have just bought more shop upgrades. I didn't really need that either. Could have waited until I got the healing, cheaper item. Ugh, I can't believe I fucking ran into that guy with time stop up. Oh, there's one of my little explosions. Not too much. That reminds me, things that say specifically dash kills probably should just say kills. See, why did that guy flash but not shoot? What's up with that? That time I felt like I was definitely in range. I think, what if, maybe it's just like the timers are off? Where it would, let's try the rat again. Maybe if I focus more I can get it this time. But yeah, maybe just like the timers are off. Where it would shoot a second time there or something. But, see, what the heck is that? Again, like, no. Not only did the music crash there, the music crashed while it was already playing. I guess it couldn't load a particular layer, but then subsequently loaded. Dang it. Should have done that time stop sooner. So I feel like those rats get too small. It's not really a bug. Time stop is very good. Man, I even reduced this guy's health by 1. And I feel like this should be over now. Alright, we got there. It took 4 hits though, and I felt like I was focusing a lot. Okay, I hit a weird version of that level height crash. Also no idea what that is. I have to write notes about these. I don't think they can be fixed today because they're probably really annoying to, or like difficult to diagnose and debug, but music crash on start of game, particular layers not loaded, and then a rare level height crash on level manager 99, 79. Alright, we're probably not making it much farther here. I mean, not with that attitude, but only have 1 life here. take it like really slow. Ignore mushrooms. And getting that 5 hits just too easy. Just try and get away from mushrooms quickly. Kill mosquito. Oh, I was about to say kill mosquitoes when it's safe, and then my dash to kill mosquito got me killed. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Alright, that's enough playtesting for now. That's a weird minor note that you can active item use when dead works. Should probably turn off, but it's no big deal. Alright. So, found some bugs in that first round of playtesting. Some of them we'll look into later today. Some of them we probably have to defer to later this week. So, the next bit here is to add content adjustments to the woods, similar in spirit to what was done to the meadow. So let's just take them one at a time. First, mosquito size and frequency. So we'll open up the mosquito. This should be a pretty easy one. He's 1.5 right now. Let's make him 3. You're twice as big now, buddy. And then we will go to the script global spawn manager. And just make these numbers can probably be a little bit lower too. These numbers should be way lower. Let's see if actually, if I made them twice as big, maybe they should only be 2.5 times as big. Or I guess it's not 2.5 times as big, it's 2.5 over 1.5, which is like, I don't know. I guess it's 3/2 times 2/5. 3/5, 0.6. Does that add up? 60% bigger? Okay, this is not where we want to be. We want to get out of the start level, go back to the main level, then use our GSM here to take us straight to the woods. And let's just hop around, see if the mosquito density is too much. Ugh, audio bug. What's up with you, audio bug? I wonder if it's just maybe like a race condition. Where because this other persistent object is now also doing stuff, why is this on? Is this on very low? Oh, it's on medium. I guess just some of these are getting to be too small. That's a note. Make bits bigger. And I don't think you have to get fewer of them. More bits are more good. I'm gonna add a note here that to our one note here as a to-do for mosquito eyes. So I don't know if you notice, I notice. I think it looks weird and bad. But the mosquito eyes, I think, are being done like separately as an animation, where the eyes are moving up and down so that there can be a distinct object that's the eyes. It looked fine before. Now that they're bigger, it's more noticeable. Yeah, it's more noticeable. And I don't know what the solution is necessarily going to be, but Alright, I think this is probably about right. Maybe slightly too much. We can probably go back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, to some extent it's fine just because there's more space, you know. There's just more vertical space to spawn things into, so there's less clumping problems. Yeah, this even seems fine. Maybe just -1 in the previous level. I guess that makes these the same, but they're different enemies, so I don't think that matters. I mean, we can even maybe put this on 18. Why not? Okay, now the eyes. What's going on with that? Is there a reason? So, I guess the eyes have their own material, but is that because... What if I get rid of this, switch this to this so it's on the main text? Yeah, so nothing shows. I think it's because since it's using the same UV coordinates for the main mosquito and the mosquito eyes, you actually just want to add 4 copies of the eyes. Oh, I guess this is where you would move them up if you need to. Okay, let's get our mosquito. And then let's grab him, throw him down as a background layer. As a foreground layer. Yeah, okay. Then move these up. Then get rid of this layer. Now we have our animated eyes that should have the same UV coordinates as the main mosquito. Yeah, alright, our eyes came back. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Let's see if it looks... Oh, I guess we also now have to update the animator, because the animator isn't going to be happy that it's referencing the eyes that no longer exist. Yeah, see, let me get rid of that. Alright, let's try that out. At least there's no music bug. Alright, where you at, mosquitoes? Oh yeah, it looks so much better. I think there was something weird where it wasn't, the glow wasn't working before. I think I just hadn't realized I needed to have a similar sprite sheet of glow. Technically, I could make a different shader that like uses different UVs so that you don't need that extra space. Maybe that'll be an optimization step down the line, but that's not really the type of optimization I need right now. You know, I don't think the 48 by 16 pixels of there being additional texture is what's causing CPU stalls and stuff. Anyway, I think this is a solid sort of reworking. We increase the size of the mosquito. Glow still seems fine. Oh, I guess there's one last they need to be... They've lost their lighting properties. That's why the eyes don't feel as glowy anymore. So that just means... Whoa, I'm getting an echo somewhere. There we go, got rid of that. That means... Yeah, see, it's based on glowing sprite unlit. So we just need to change that to be based on glowing sprite lit, which is basically, they're basically the same shader, but with a different URP base shader. So our mosquito should actually get light now, which kind of makes their eyes a bit less glowy. What if I give you an extra bit there? But still, they're sort of like the light in the darkness, whereas they are pretty consistently visible. It seems like these guys are spawning as I get close to them. I don't know if that was like an optimization thing I did. I mean, I guess it seems fine. Damn you mushrooms. Okay. I think we're good on the mosquitoes. Okay, mushrooms. Starters, I think I want to chill. It's cool that these mushrooms glow, but when they're all stacked together, they glow too much. So let's take this from 1 to 1.5. Did that even work? Oh yeah, it did. And then let's go to our mushroom. Open up its script. It's like burrow mushroom or something we'll start with. Burrow. Okay, we're gonna have to change this when we change its size. Let's actually go to the sandbox. I think it's a little bit easier to deal with them. It's the second one. Okay, well, I feel like I didn't change anything, and did I change anything? Might have 2 git extensions. Just pinned. Weird. Yeah, I didn't change that guy at all. I don't know why he's spawning stupidly. Maybe I told them they can have random spawn Y. No, they're pretty uniform. maybe I just regressed it in sandbox at one point and didn't care. So I say the ground is 9.5. Is that where they're spawning? Oh wait, I guess I changed burrower stuff. Recently? Like they're both using. That's not it. Oh, here I'll show you what I'm looking at. No, not that. This. So here, I changed how long they stay up and go down and stuff, but I don't think that's it. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Maybe here? No. So I don't think it's in the burrower base class. Anyway, let's go back over here, spawn in one of the guys. Then pause. Take a look at his position. Doesn't make sense. Why? So he spawns at 10. What if he actually spawned at 9.5? I don't think that's right either. Wait a second. Are these things coming from, Let's just double check this. Is this saying 9.5 every time? And if it is, what's happening? Yeah, it says 9.5. What's the deal with that? I don't see anything that should be messing with their position like as they're spawned. Unless it's this? What's the deal with this? Why isn't this spawning? I guess if timer isn't set. Okay. Let's try, instead of spawning them in, because I really don't want to waste time if like there's just some weird like hunting down the reason. Oh, that's the reason. There's a spawn offset's being ignored. Or that's not being integrated. Probably. But either way, let's use this instead. It's more natural to have it spawned from a like a representative thing. But in that case still, it's off. guess I should go check like a woods platform and see if the values make sense. Huh? Oh, those are all the I'm like, what are all these player physics colliders? The answer is it's all the one-way platforms. Yoink. Solves that problem. I think I have to wait for the vine to activate these. Right next to the dang bees. Okay. Now they're popping up, and this looks fine. So what is the difference? Oh, I guess it's .9 instead. Maybe I already made them bigger once. Why is this not in the prefab? It is. Oh. I guess the sandbox one just didn't get the update. Oh, it's must shoot. I switched it to mush burrow. I don't know what I expected. Let's leave this on must shoot and find one that gives us mush burrow. So must shoot is blue. That means mush burrow is red. Here's one. So I'll just put it over here and flip it. And then we edit this ASB to be use a timer every 2 seconds, but only one. Oh, and it's actually on 1.05, I guess. Oh, maybe the ASB is offset. Let's go over here. Okay, yeah, I mean that's maybe 1.05 is too small. Seems like he's not seeing the light of day. Yeah, why is this 0.9 in the prefab? But then you're like, no. Is this already? This doesn't register any. What if I put 0.9? Still doesn't register any change. I'm worried now that the changes won't propagate. Let's get rid of use timer and leave everything else the same. So then we can say apply. And then put it back on a timer for our testing purposes. Yeah, that looks closer. I guess I shouldn't be fiddling with it when I'm about to change it anyway, but I was more interested in like the, you know, the reason why it wasn't. Anyway, let's go to our mush. I'm gonna make this guy just one bigger in both the dimensions. Okay, so 2.75 over 1.75 is 1.57. It's something 1 and 5/7, I guess, ish, somewhere around there. Anyway, we're gonna go to ASB mush, bro. Change it to this. And it seems like this is... Oh, I guess it was 0.5 bigger, so we can just say 2.1. Probably. He needs to go down further. And I don't know if I'm sold on this shoot animation. I guess going down further means increasing this number. Yeah. So he's going too high up, but he's not going all the way down. That means this number gotta go up, and this number gotta go down. How did that have the opposite effect of what I wanted? Alright, I think this is too big. I think should be bigger, but not this much bigger. He's not really fitting in some of the spaces he had. So I think it was 1.5, 1.75. We can make it to 2.25. And like, I feel like I'm just gonna have to guess and check these values, which kind of sucks. Yeah, him not going all the way down before he moves looks really bad. Which I guess just keep increasing this number. Well, I guess we have to increase them both in tandem. If we don't increase the offset where it's spawned, then it will evenly spread out between up and down. And I don't like this scaling that it's doing. I'm sure I liked it at one point, but I was just gonna spawn another one. Alright, just make it go slightly more down and slightly further. How am I getting this backwards? How is it spawning at a lower position? Oh, I guess it's I'm not increasing this enough. It's the relation of these two things. How does... I truly don't understand how only decreasing the spawn offset leads to it moving further up somehow. I am going to look to avoid things like this in the future. I hate things like this. Interrelated tweaks. Like, I'm gonna put this down a lot and see if I even understand. Oh, you know what it might be? Is it possible? Yeah, it's not changing. How annoying. So I was only changing this, not changing this. Yeah, it looks like prefab updates not being updated in children of other prefab. There we go. Now everything is back to making sense again. And what the thing I am reading says that once it becomes a child of another prefab, it's basically not a prefab anymore. So, alright, there's no like magic wand I can wave to uh so I guess let's just fiddle with this directly. So we can increase this again. uh At least I'm not going crazy. I understand how this like these numbers interact. Yeah, it's because we moved him down. Let's give him more space to go up. Okay. Back to, I think, needs maybe slightly more down, and then we're good to go. So you can maybe say move down another 0.5. And then the corresponding thing here would be, I guess, 2.5. And then the next step here would be, I don't like the squish they're doing. I like squish in general, but just this instance of it is not good. And we can maybe, yeah, this. So we're gonna go into the animator. I'm gonna get rid of both these shoot states. And then we're gonna get rid of play animation on shoot. And then we're gonna go look at our burrower code. Right, so we do have a nice interface to easily flash our common glow material. I don't know what's wrong with Sandbox. I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Oh right, it was the offset not being included. Anyway. You know what? Let me look at animal spawn box. I think let's just slay this right now. I don't think there's any good reason why you might need a different spawn offset from spawn box to spawn box for the same type of enemy. In fact, it's the opposite. That we really want it to be correlated with the enemy size, and having it be variable is leading to annoying, unexpected problems. So, I think I'm going to get rid of it. So here's the Burrower spawn box. It's at negative 9.9. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Burrower, add a new thing they have to override. Get spawn offset Y. There, now we don't have to worry about propagating it to all the prefabs. Ugh, we still have to clear it out on all. Well, do we get rid of the spawn offset entirely? I think there is a instance where we still care about it, so I don't think we can. But we can zero it out. We still have to go through all the prefabs, which kind of sucks, but... Oh, I guess this should be negative. Okay. Then we'll go to ASB. Animal spawn box. Aren't we already checking for burrow? Yeah. We can just say spawn animal transform position plus equals new vector 3 of 0 burr dot get. Do we not save? Oh. Okay. Okay. So now let's go, unfortunately, to go through all the, I guess we can update it on the prefabs, but I don't think it'll do anything because all the instances of prefabs are like children of platform hierarchies. So, oh, wait a second. This is, okay, so we leave this on the must shoot because that is not, that's just about being where it's supposed to be. However, you know, thinking on that, if we're gonna have to go through the prefabs anyway, we should stop and do the other guy before we do that. So let's find must shoot. Must shooter. we're gonna make him, what do we say? It's like 2.25. Maybe I can, it's 4/3. Get rid of play animation on shoot. Alright, let's go in and see how he looks. Too low. Which I guess is expected. Definitely looks worse with him not playing an animation, but maybe I change, maybe we just do horizontal scaling. Get rid of the vertical component. I want to see what it looks like with that. We can re-add this pretty easily because we didn't delete the underlying animation. In fact, we can just use the magic of version control. Hello? To revert any changes to the animator. Where is that? Oh, here it is. So we reset that. Now, let's close this. Yes, we have mushroom shoot again. By the way, this shoot 0 doesn't need to exist. But mushroom shoot here. This. Okay. So. Kind of like don't like to have scale in the animator. Because if you want it to like shrink away on death or something like that, it gets overridden by this. And if you want to make it bigger, then you have to go and update its animation, which is a pain. So I think I'm going to make a new thing that like for now will be dead simple. Maybe it'll get more complicated over time to handle the various edge cases like shrinking and stuff or like competing with other things. I'm going to add graphics and or assets, scripts, graphics, I guess effects. I'm going to create a new C# script called animated scale. And on start, I guess maybe we can say on update, we get the base scale. I'm trying to think of a good way to do this. The idea was just if you put the float here and then you have the animator connected this float, instead of the raw scale, you can have more control over it. But I'm not sure how I avoid it, like accumulating changes, like. Because the problem is if I just snapshot its base scale on start, first of all, it might be growing from nothing. It might be 0. Second, Like, how is it gonna know when its scale changes from some other reason? Like, if the whole point of this is I want it to be able to care about some other reason, then it's not good. I guess what I wonder if we put another parent on top of this, we can mess with the parent scale, which lets us have independent tweaking of the child scale. Mm. You know, this isn't as easy as a problem as I originally thought it would be. I think for now, we're just going to put it in the animation. Maybe I'll think of something better in the future. But for starters, we're not going to mess with the, oh, that's annoying. Not going to mess with the Y scale at all, or the Z scale. Only the X scale. Where, oh, I guess this does, since it is a child scale, this actually does already kind of do what I want it to do. It just has to start at 1. I think it should go in then out, right? Go to like 1.25 here. Interesting. So that's roughly what I want, I think. The only thing I think is it might go to .75 too fast. What if you move this over 1, move this over 1? I don't see it in action. Yeah, I think that looks better. I mean, we can also have them flash now, but I also kind of want them to do it like a second or two before. Is there a way we can do that? Animated scale, you don't exist anymore. Get out of here. I think if play animation on shoot. Yeah, if we're just subscribing to the shoot, this isn't gonna work. Cause like I can't say send me the event. Like it would have to be a different event for like send me before you shoot. So I guess this is fine to have, but in this specific case, I don't think it's what I want. I think I just. How are the other guys shooting? Because here I can put it in the burrow mushroom code. But I think the other guy doesn't have anything like that. I think he's just made up of components. Like the delay is just built into his shoot. Yeah, 3 shots delay between. Is it reasonable? And this is just going off a timer? Yeah. I can't just like have a different timer, cause it'll get out of sync. And this has randomness to it anyway, so it'll especially get out of sync. I wonder what is a good way. I think switching the animation to X only is an improvement. It makes it look less janky. But I don't know of a good way here to send out an event right before. Oh dang, it's 8:15. God, I feel like I wasted so much time. I guess it gets started kind of late. Yeah, there's no good way to send out an event like when a timer is about to expire. I feel like would need a different system for that. I mean, I get maybe I could add. The only thing I can think of is I can add a delay to this shoot. But I don't think that'll respect pause. But I guess, does it really matter? So if I had a delay to shoot, I'd say a shoot is coming in 0.2 seconds. How does this handle delay between stuff? I guess that's only a part of this other shoot thing. What kind of you shoot target? Which is where this delay between comes from. Which just uses invoke. I guess, I don't want to necessarily be overly restricted on what I can and cannot do, because like everything has to perfectly respect pause. Maybe if it's just within 1 second, I don't really care. Because the physics will still be respected. And it's really only if you pause at that split second when the invokes would go out. Because this shoot at target is going off a timer that also respects pause. Alright, so what if I add M baseline delay? 0 by default. So if there's no delay and you're doing the first one, you can just go for it. I think this should actually just be a short circuit thing at the front. Or I guess at the end. Okay, that makes sense to me. And then we just go bam, plus baseline delay. And then the shoot delayed won't go out. But we can send a shot imminent event. What do I need to have actions? System. That's how you spell imminent, right? Yeah. Here, you can say, because there's really no need to send it if you don't have a baseline delay, you just subscribe to on shoot. And then play animation on shoot, you can add a bool play on shot imminent, say false by default. I always like to make the default the previous behavior. But we can then say if this, else this, but in this, it's pretty kind of pretty restricted. Needs clean up. This is fine for now, but it's kind of annoying that I have to cast this. And we copy this bit. We don't have to assert it this time. We can just do this because like it would have failed the first time. And these need to be minus equals. Okay. So now we can say, we can add a delay to the timer signal. Say, to the shooter, let's try and add a delay of 0.3 seconds. Or 0.2, I don't know. And then we can go to our play animation on shoot or whatever and play on shot imminent instead. Yeah, I mean, that gives me the delay I want. You should be taller though. What's up with that? And I bet you can probably get the... Yeah, it's not the best with pause, but, you know. Am I really going to restrict myself to only things that perfectly work if you're spamming pause? You know, I don't want to have to do that. Anyway, I think the reason he's too small here is because we have, or not this much on, when I find, is he still going to have this offset, which we don't want him to have, so let's get rid of that, because the offset, oh wait, no, for the shoot, we still do need this. Right, that's why I switched over to do this guy now anyway. So he's too small, or he's too, if it was -.0.5, we want to multiply that by 4/3 based on the scale difference, I think. Or no, we want the y scale difference, which is 2.25 over 1.75. So I think the answer is going to be, wait, how is it bigger? Oh, because I didn't do the right parentheses. Wait, no, it should be bigger. But that's not what I want. So I guess I want the reciprocal of this. Let's see if this looks right. 3888 is what my math tells me. That's not, I mean, it's better, but it's not right. Let's just find out. Hey, you there. My shooter. How much taller do you have to be here? Wait, what? Oh, it's not mush, it's mushroom. I knew I was gonna regret that when I did it, but I'm not changing it now. Alright, it needs like... This looks good, right? If it was at 6.5, you go down properly. Oh, you don't go down, right? Just try and figure out a way to get it to come from more from his mouth. Is that just like a... That's probably just an adjustment of offsets. So when it was like 0.90 something. So they need to move up about 0.25, I think. So that in this case is like negative. Let's try this. So hopefully that'll give us the right offset, and then we'll try and offset the shot a little bit to see if we can get it coming more from his mouth than his head. Okay, the Y of the dude looks fine. But let's go to mushroom. And then, yeah, this spawn offset, we just, how about like down a half, over. Ooh, I guess we can't do over. That's a little annoying because we don't know which direction we're facing. But we can at least move down. And get out of prefab mode. Doesn't seem like it made a difference. Maybe it needs to be more significant, or maybe it's being ignored. That's too much, but yeah, okay, at least something's happening. Some weird Risk of Rain music playing. Let's switch it up. Does Saxon Verge have a good soundtrack? I forget. Yeah, this is fine. Is it perfect? No, but I think it fixes my problem. Wait, why'd you? Oh, that's just you. Just another one respawned. Yeah, these guys will spawn forever. Okay. So the only other thing from our boy here. Go slightly higher. So we want to make his bullets bigger. Oh, I guess also we need to take note of whatever it's negative 0.15 on ASB must shoot, but that's not going to be, yeah. And that's not going to be propagated, unfortunately. But we'll go through and fix all that in a second. Okay, these mushroom gravity projectiles we're going to make slightly bigger. Great, they're using grow and shrink. But the values are really low. In fact, I think like 1.5 that they were at might actually be fine. The problem is they weren't actually going to 1.5. This needs to be like 1.4 or 1.6. Grow and shrink has been a great script for reuse. Too big, but it's either even too big. And also there's a weird, what's going on with like one tile of them seems wrong. 1 pixel, I mean. What's happening here? Let's open up that sprite. I think there might be an error in the sprite, because that's something I would have just drawn. Aha, this. But 1.5 is too big. It'll be significantly bigger at 1. About twice as big. Let's close out the prefab mode just in case that messes anything up. I think that's more in line of what I wanted. We might have to chill out some other aspects of them. Like maybe let's give them more drag and give them less gravity. And then you should also shoot less often. Maybe not that infrequently. Maybe just upping it to like 4 is enough. And we can't, I remember now, we can't mess with the drag and we can't mess with these values that much because it messes with their math. They don't know how to do the math anymore. To target the player. That's fine. I think reducing the frequency of their shots should be enough. Okay, I think we are all good with our other boy here. Oh, I guess, can we make flashing happen? We do have that flash material. You know, I'm gonna abstain for now, but I'm gonna add it to the notes. Consider adding flash telegraph to mushroom. They already have anim telegraph, but maybe flash would flash glow. Because it's easy to do because I added a helper component. Concerned with too loud, noisy of glow on mushroom platforms. Or basically, sometimes platforms have as many as 3 mushrooms on them. Anyway, let's continue. Dang, we're not gonna make it through the to-do list at all today. I mean, I guess these are all good, worthy changes, but it sucks that not got as far as I would have liked. All right, you other guy, what do we need to do for you? Let's just walk over and find out. See like what's weird or bad about him. Okay, his spawn location is nothing is right about that. Oh, you know what? I had him open though. What do we put for this? Oh yeah, so we got to get rid of that negative 1.65 because now for the burrow guys, it's baked in. Where things that burrow will just tell their spawn box where they need to spawn because that makes more sense to me. And it looks like their spawn is a little off. And also this cycle is too fast. So, a couple things. What happened to my Visual Studio? I guess I closed it by accident. Spawn. I guess this just needs to be higher. And then making that higher, we make this slightly more. Okay, it looks like it moved up a little, but he's still not as far as if I would want him to be. A little bit more. God, I hate number tweaking. I gotta figure out good ways to just, in the future, whenever I'm gonna add a tweakable number, stop and figure out another way for the whatever tweak decision to be automatic. Now it's too much, but we're pretty much there. Cool, now it's positioned good. Alright, so burrow fixed. Next, let's restore his animation. Let's give him that same delay in shooting. That has to be in his script, unfortunate. But then let's also, this needs to be more. All this should be more. Okay. Now here in his script, we add a new delayed action. So this actually will respect pause. Add the function for it to call. And then here where we schedule all this, we also schedule at a slightly earlier time this. And then it looks like we do not have our animator, so we'll need to get it. So we actually do want to get rid of this. We don't need this. We're doing it ourselves. Oh, I guess we could have also sent an event from this time, but this seems fine. I wonder if it's reasonable to add back just a tiny amount of Y. This animation needs to be slightly slower, I think. Or I guess the other way, yeah. Or I guess it needs to start later. And also the offset is wrong now. From when we made it bigger. It needs to be further down, but it's probably close enough on the offset. I kind of want to make it like even slightly more warning time. So we'll go down to like 425 and then eke that, eke the projectile down. Gonna overshoot. I hate these freaking. I guess there's no. I don't know if there would be any way to do programmatically because like ultimately it's a property of the image. But I guess the image it's always going to be the same proportion. So this could have been done with math. Look, how many times do I have to freaking guess and check just to align a thing? It's criminal. Hate to see it. That's close enough. You can maybe polish this again later. But let's just apply Oh, right. So they say 1.5, but that's a lie because it grow and shrink. So we just make it true only for 1, not 1.5. And then it should be a similar size. Seems fine. Still a bit too quick though. See if we can adjust the spur properties to be more favorable. Oh, you know what I don't like though? Oh, it just covers the distance anyway because these are percents of the thing. So, and this is always going to be at the end. So we just need to adjust these coefficients. Can keep 4, 5. 5, 5 is probably fine too, but then these all got to come down. Alright, that makes sense. That's an equal thing. Maybe it's too tight. Maybe not. If it's tighter, it's more fair. Because like this actually can't multi-hit you. It just kind of makes it like a line. Yeah, see, like the iframes are enough that you never would get hit by multiple bullets. Just kind of like creating an area of danger. Alright, I think we are good on mushrooms. I'm gonna add to the bottom here. Fix platform prefabs, which we need. Shoot mush ASB y offset negative 0.15 burrower and burrow mush y offset 0. But here's the thing, I don't want to do that now because I'm worried that some changes I want to make to like the next steps here of the beehive and the spider nest not propagating, and then I would have to do 2 rounds through the prefabs, so I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna leave them potentially in like a broken state until I can do the other 2 enemy spawners and then just fix them all at once. But I think I'm just gonna call the woods changes there and then just go back and do like 1 round playtest through the game another time or 2 looking for bugs. So let's go back to main. Oh, we're already in main, I think. Nope, we're in sandbox. Okay, let's go back to main. Let's set this back to the start, and then let's do a proper game from start. Oh, my controller died. I haven't been messing with it for so long. Alright, we're gonna try and get as many bits as I can and play it safe as well. You know, because I never know if it's like a matter of testing recklessness, that like, oh, I just want to like see good stuff, I don't really care, whatever, or things being overtuned, you know? Anyway, looking about the future changes, what we're gonna be, I think we're gonna finish up those woods changes. and just more playtesting and bug fixes. Then rework the tutorial to be vertical like the main game instead of horizontal, and tell the player about this new double jump attack. And then those set of changes will be version 0.2. And at the end, I'll do another round of profiling to see if there's any low-hanging fruit for optimization or any like reasonable changes for optimization that can ooh, we got the interest item. Oh shit, I keep forgetting to buy the discount first. But whatever, it's fine. And I can't buy the discount now because then I'll lose my piggy bank. Alright, since we have this interest item, we want to wait as long as possible. So I'm gonna sit here farming rats and the rest of these chickens until the thorn wall comes for me. I don't know if that rat should be teal. Ooh, we're out of here. I don't know if that rat should be teal anymore, since teal is now like the double jump attack. There's two options there. We could either make the double jump attack also magenta, like the dash, and then say like the player's color is just magenta. But I kind of like that there's like teal and magenta, in that those are the... Oh, there was a dash wrong direction. That's also a bug I'm gonna fix for 0.2. But I kind of like that, you know, teal... Oh, wrong direction again. Teal and magenta are, like, kind of visually opposite colors to green. So by having... I mean, magenta is the most, but, cyan as well a little bit. And by having those colors be the colors associated with the player, you kind of guarantee that they stand out against the mostly green environment. And alright, we're not gonna mess it up. We're gonna buy discount, and I guess we get another item, and then that's all we can afford. I was kind of hoping to get this to get more money spawning. Oh, I forgot I had the piggy bank, which is now broken. I should have waited until like the woods. I'm not gonna let this bit all go to waste. Oh, those rat telegraphs definitely make a big difference. Alright, we tested the rat twice, so we're gonna test the burrower. And we'll just clear out the rest of these enemies because we got plenty of time for the thorn wall. Just get as much money as we can going into the next level. I feel like money should be awarded on kills, and then also there's money you can pick up as a bonus. The fact that, you know, if you're in a risky situation and you're not going to be able to pick up the money, oh, I hit that audio bug. No idea what the deal with that is. But if you're in a risky situation, and also that vine spawn bug, I think I know what the root cause of that is, but I should make a note of that after this. Oh, dang it. If you're in a risky situation where you might not be able to pick up the money, it makes it feel not worth it to like go for killing stuff. So I think there should be at least a small reward. Let's go around. Oh, that was so greedy. I knew I shouldn't have done it. You know what's nice about this though? It makes time stop actually good. Oh, that's an easy get. I guess it was pretty dangerous. Let's just try it. Oh, that's so dumb. It's just one less. So what is that? Is that really necessary? Way too many bits. Ugh. Get on the way out. Oh, we beat him. Go on to the next. See how far we can make it. Alright, we expect... I'm surprised. looks like those guys got updated after all. Spiders are probably the next one that need to get bigger. Bees, you can tell the difference. I think one bee is probably sufficient. We make them, we give them a little bit stronger parameters to work with. I expected those blue mushrooms to be spawning wrong, but it seemed to be fine. Oh, I almost died there. Oh, I should beat this at least once. Ah, I thought I could sneak under. God dang it. Alright, we'll go through one more time, and then I'll probably call it for the night. Yeah, some of my capacity is definitely degraded recently just because I'm moving in like 2 weeks. So I have like tons of little moving chores to do. And a decent chunk of packing. But after I move, I'm gonna have a dedicated office that should be a lot better for developing. The core development experience, I don't know that I would get that much extra. But especially like profiling scenarios or like scenarios at my main job where I have to work on more than one computer should be pretty significantly improved. And also I think it'll just be it's just gonna be nice to have a dedicated workspace, I think. It not being like a multi-purpose part of my like house and just being like this is where work is done. Potentially seems like it could give me a boost productivity. Just being in a like a nicer apartment with all my all the stuff refreshed would be nice for sure. But the cost I gotta pay for that in the short term is like tearing everything down and setting everything back up, which takes a good chunk of my time. So yeah, I don't want that to, ideally that will not stop me from getting version 0.2 out later this week, because we are pretty close there. But that probably will pretty significantly affect the time between version 2 and version 3. But I don't know, I just thought I really want to get this particular version out just because there's this large batch of people who like went on and wanted to try and play the game and just couldn't because of performance problems. And for at least some of those people, maybe not all of them, maybe some people are still going to find this too slow to play on whatever computer they got. But I pretty strongly believe that the changes I made like 1.5 to 2 weeks ago should enable at least like a large chunk of people, which that reminds me I should put it back on high. Oh, it is, it remembered. Uh-oh, did something break? That's interesting. The back button in options does not work. That should be like here. Also without losing any health. I did not mean to do that, I fat fingered the B button. basically all you need to do is stall. So anything that of course we could. We limit it to 1 hit. He's below half. You really got to get off the bottom once the top is safe. Ah, you bastard. This is still, yeah, I have it in my notes that this is too much, and I definitely think it is too much. If I'm really focusing and not doing anything stupid, I feel like I should be able to perfect it. And like, for example, this screen right here, like, what, the only thing I could have done was be in the center middle. And like, sure, I guess I can know that's the most safe spot, and I should gravitate towards that more, but like, that's special knowledge I have that no one, I mean, like, I guess you could maybe figure from the shape of the room, but like, it's not reasonable to expect other people to know to do that. And like, it should be like a little bit easy for me, basically, because I'm gonna be the best player at this game, playtesting it all the time. So if it's like taking out half my health when I'm focusing and not even really fucking up, then it needs to be pared back. And you know, respawn time is brutal. You know, I don't want it to be that much of a wall. It's like the first level out of 5. Oh, there's the problem with the mushroom that we were expecting. He's being spawned at that offset, so. Get 1 bit of healing from the shop and that's it. Can we ignore money? Like, mostly ignore money? Maybe we can make it to the end. Ah! Keep in mind, the fly is not actually going through. Just a fancy random wander. Oh, I didn't even. That was being careless. I walked right into that guy. Oh well, that's okay. All right, but that's gonna be it for me for tonight. Gotta go tend to a few moving chores and also just go to bed at a reasonable time. I don't see any reason why. Like, we did uncover some bugs today. That's true. But a lot of these are pretty easy, and none of the, like, some of these seem potentially more involved, but they happen pretty rarely, and I don't think I've ever actually seen them happen in a build. So yeah, I don't, based on we got some decent playtesting in today, and I don't think anything I saw today suggests we're not going to be able to hit a version update by end of week. So yeah. By the way, I guess I should just say game is playable on Newgrounds and itch.io. You can search Quiet Bench Zen or Vine Game, or follow me on the social media places, YouTube, Twitter. Obviously, we're here on Twitch right now, where I'll definitely, when I put out that update, I'll definitely say something on the social medias. And yeah, hopefully get a new batch of people in, or get a batch of people in who couldn't play before but maybe can play now with the optimizations, and that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for tonight. So thanks for tuning in, and have a good night.